where it's not cool to fight over bitches. Only time I seen my big homie, cause this is how I learned my, this is who I was raised with, and this is who I was learned. This is like my upbringing. Upbringing is who you around at earlier stages of your life. My upbringing and that will just kind of like determine and shape how you are in the future. So I never seen the niggas I was around. I was 8 hanging around niggas as old, 15, 16, 17, 18. And I had one friend that was my age. He was a Trinidadian dude. And, you know, he had situations with other people where you had to get the one-on-one fade. And I seen my group, the niggas I was around, because they always tagging up low life, low life, low life. I used to see them tagging up in the staircases, you know what I'm saying, of my building. And let me tell you a situation where it's the only time I seen niggas fighting over bitches. And I even to the point where I used to hang around the circle of my building, and it's like all the niggas or all everybody hang around, like that's able to come out the sandbox, 8, 9, 10 years old, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, all that. I seen that when Hot 97 was playing on the so my niggas used to blast the music and shit. They had a boom box and they used to blast that shit. And when they had like R&B songs coming on, they would just turn that station from Hot 90. From that, say if Hot 97 was playing like some R&B shit from either male or female, the worst thing is the R&B singers from the 90s. How much sucker for love shit they used to spit. And I didn't like R&B up until like 2017. I started listening to R&B. But all those years, I didn't like R&B because I think it was just too goddamn soft and just too pussy. It's just being pussy, you know what I'm saying? And the niggas I come from didn't promote that. When I used to be hanging around them, the loudspeaker used to be the loud boombox used to be blasting, and they would turn Hot 97 and find another station that had hip hop. Because niggas didn't have cassette tapes at that time. Well, they had cassette tapes, but the niggas just listening to the radio. So R&B was out. You know what I'm saying? That was considered soft shit, and I didn't listen to that shit. But when I was like 7 years old, I had like my apartment had like a music, like when somebody goes in, when I go into the bathroom, the fucking music would, like when you turn the light on, it was connected to the stereo. So whenever I turned the light off to use the bathroom, music would be playing, and I heard like some R&B shit, and I thought that was alright. But once I started, that's when I was around 7 years old. But when I started 8, my upbringing, 8, and I'm able to come out the sandbox and I'm hanging around niggas my peers of my age and older, R&B was no good. You know what I'm saying? And being a sucker for love is no good. Being jealous is no good. You know what I'm saying? All that shit is making a nigga pussy. You know what I'm saying? Especially at those early stages of life where you're not even like learning yourself and learning your environment, and being weak is no good. So if you know, any sign of weakness, niggas could pick up on that, and next you know you gotta get the fade. Because you get a fade, you get a fade. Niggas call you out on one-on-one, niggas try to bully you. So I never saw my niggas fighting over bitches. All the scenario, I never saw, only saw one time. And let me tell you a scenario why niggas is fighting over bitches. So my nigga Albert, he's live. He's an official nigga. And his sister her name is TC. Their last name was Chandler. I think Tiffany Chandler was her last name, so they called her TC. So I went to school, and I'm going to some IS school in Queens. I was at an IS school in Queens and shit. And Shadyville shit, like, you know what I'm saying? I was there, you know what I'm saying? But I live in Brooklyn too. I live damn near every borough. But at that time I was living in Shadyville, Queens and shit. So TC was prettier than Emma. Emma was a bitch that had a brother. He was like the head of the Leprechauns, the shit called the LEPS. So it was low. TC, her brother name was Albert. And he was official nigga from the low life as far as getting violent and shit like that. So TC Albert's sister and had a fight with Emma, the nigga from Leprechauns, and TC fucked up Emma. They had a fair fight after school fish fight. You see two bitches fighting, and my girl from the low life, her brother Albert, she beat that bitch up, and they're filthy. Then Emma got done filthy by TC, so I guess she went back home. Emma went back home looking fucked up. So now her brother is the head of the LEPS. So now it's drama over his sister getting beat up by one of my own homeboys' sister. So I guess they was beefing about that, and they was trying to like act tough with my I heard basically it was a situation where Leprechauns wanted to get at the low lives because of this two girls fighting. So that's what they did. They had a fight after school, and it was like it got kind of ugly because the Leprechauns is deeper. They were deeper than the low lives niggas. Some niggas came deep, and it's like they was riding, but only was so much you could do. So it was like, but that's the only time I seen niggas fighting over bitches. Any other shit, I didn't see niggas like promoting that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like when I see niggas fighting over bitches, getting jealous, and I told y'all about the two niggas that was in low lives. Well, it was two niggas that was in low lives in my building. And one nigga was Kenny, and he was being jealous about how Precious had a boyfriend, and everyone wanted to fuck with Precious because she's pretty, and it's like I even wanted to fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? I should be like looking at her from afar, like damn, that bitch is bad. But I never approached her because I didn't have no game, so I wasn't able to like spit no game at her because I didn't have no game. You know what I'm saying? I started learning how to spit game when I started hanging around other type of niggas. But yeah, so that was the only time I seen dudes fight. That's the only time I seen niggas in my clique, and the reason why they fought over a female. Any other reason is if it's your family member and niggas is trying to punk her out or try to get at her at a certain stage of your life. You know what I'm saying? But after you turn nigga turn 21, he got his own thing going. He ain't gonna be like stressing about his sister. You know what I'm saying? He could, but it's like you got things going for your life. But up to 17, 18, your blood family getting some shit, and you gotta get involved because it's like they ain't gonna be fucking bullying your sister like your sister ain't gonna be. Family ain't supposed to be subjected to some shit, and you gonna just sit there and watch. Like let's just say niggas slap your sister. Who you gonna be in and sit there and watch? Hell no. If you do, you pussy. But that's the only time. Something like that would make you fight over a bitch or your sister, your blood. You know what I'm saying? But if a nigga smack his sister and he got a pistol, you gonna have to like choke that up. You ain't gonna be sacrificing yourself for nobody. Remember, never sacrifice yourself for anyone. I don't give a fuck what that bitch is. If you got kids, and if you feel like you're gonna die, if you're gonna they're gonna put you in a situation you're gonna die over them, you gotta abandon them. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? If you with your baby mom and she's owing money and she's fucking mad niggas and niggas is she took some niggas pack. And she's trouble. You gotta get rid of her. Fuck that. Because they gonna probably try to take down her and her boyfriend. You being her boyfriend, so you gonna get clipped off over this bitch. So I don't know. That's that's the best I could. That's the best way for me to explain why someone would fight over a bitch, a female, and this is your blood. Say someone slap your sister in front of you, and some nigga your age, and he ain't no super gun slinging ass nigga. You gonna pop it off on that nigga. What's up? You gonna turn up. You know what I'm saying? Word.